Hi, I'm Melissa Picciola, an attorney at Equip for Equality. Recently, there have been a number of developments that have expanded voting rights and make the voter registration and voting process easier. These are online voter registration, requesting an absentee ballot online, same-day voter registration pilot program, and the expansion of early voting for the 2014 general election. On July 1, 2014, the Illinois State Board of Elections launched an online voter registration system that will allow you to register to vote or update your voter registration electronically on the internet. This system is just for registering to vote online, not online voting. In order to use the online tool to register to vote, you must provide an Illinois driver's license or state identification card number. If you do not have either form of ID, contact the Secretary of State to find out how to get one. Absentee voting is also known as voting by mail. Anyone can vote using an absentee ballot for any reason. By July 1, 2014, each election authority will allow voters to request an absentee ballot application online. Any registered voter may request a mail ballot using this online application. The election authority will verify your registration and process your application. The online application for requesting an absentee ballot will be available on the election authority's website at least 40 days before the election. The election authority will send a paper ballot to the mailing address you provide in your application. The deadline to apply for an absentee ballot online is 5 days before an election. Currently, grace period registration extends the deadline for voter registration beyond the 28 days before the election up until the 3rd day before the election. The legislature has passed a bill for a pilot program during the 2014 November election to extend the period for grace period registration and voting until the polls close on Election Day. This means that people who miss the voter registration deadline of 28 days before the election will be able to register and vote at certain locations up to 7 p.m. on Election Day. The governor must sign the bill into law for the pilot program to take effect. Registered voters can vote before Election Day by going to an early voting location. All early voting locations must be physically accessible. Early voting begins 15 days before the election and continues until the 3rd day before Election Day. The legislature has passed a bill stating that during the 2014 November election, early voting will continue through the 2nd day before the election. The legislature has also passed requirements extending the hours for early voting in the week before the election and the weekend before. The governor must sign the bill into law for these changes to take effect. Before you vote, it is important to check the hours and locations for early voting. You should contact your local election authority to ask. To vote early, you must bring a form of valid identification such as a driver's license, a state-issued ID card, or another government-issued ID with a photograph. The legislature has passed a bill that removes the requirement for presenting identification during early voting for the 2014 general election. The governor must sign the bill into law for this change to take effect. If any of these requirements are signed into law, updated information will be posted at Equip for Equality's website.